All right, I want to tell you a really quick sort of idea that just came up. I was reading a book called How We Decide by, I think, Jonah Lehrer. And really, really cool thing. We talk a lot about the brain science and how people make decisions. And something that sort of hit me was really interesting, and the question I've been asking a lot of my clients is, if we didn't have emotions, would we be able to make decisions faster or slower? Just think about that for a second. If we only could rely on our logic and our thinking brain, could we make decisions faster or slower? Now, most people are saying, well, you'd make them faster because now you're not clouded by emotions. But the reality is that when we don't have emotions, we make decisions much slower. Because what's happening in our brain, there's this part called the orbital frontal cortex. And what they did is all these studies on people that had that part of their brain removed, whether it was, say, they had a tumor or like a hemorrhage or something, and that part of the brain got removed. And then they would go and interview them and study them. And even one example was this guy they just tried to set up an appointment with, either like a Tuesday or a Thursday, but because he lost that sort of emotional seat for decisions, all of a sudden it took him 2-3 days to make a decision on whether he should book an appointment one day or the other, because he was over analyzing all of the stuff. And I'm also going to post a link here of an article that I got from HubSpot, which kind of helps how we're going to develop emails as well, which is really cool. So what I want you to think about is, every time you're trying to get somebody to make a decision, are you tying in some kind of an emotional trigger to it? It doesn't have to be like crazy emotional, but just something that gets people to pay attention. Because when emotions are activated, even if it's not an emotional decision, but just activating that emotional part of our brain allows us to make decisions much more quickly, much more effectively, much more decisively. And so that's a really kind of cool thing. So we've been trying that out with different clients and different processes, looking at our emails. Are we tying in a bit of emotions in our conversations? Are we bringing in stories? Are we bringing in excitement? Are we connecting with people a little bit easier? So just think about that, is when you're talking to people, if you're looking at just a neutral kind of approach where you keep playing safe down the middle of the road, or whether you're slightly negative or slightly positive, when you're more opinionated, all of these things actually have much more to do with getting people to take action than the smartest thing that you could say. So I hope that helps. As my message for you today, and I look forward to seeing how you apply it. Hey, this is Joe Girard with Change Grow Achieve. Thanks for checking this out. Remember to subscribe and check out some of the other videos and resources we have. You know, as a sales coach, I spend a lot of my time just helping people be less weird and more human with their customers. If we can help you and your high-performing team, reach out to us, let us know, and let's connect soon.